I apologise if we have kept you waiting. This is a very full day for all of us. Unfortunately, my other commitments have meant that I shall only be here for one day this week. And so we are cramming everything in today that otherwise might have been spread across the whole week. Well, here is evidence that we mean business in the University of Huddersfield. This magnificent new building is making that point very clearly. In the short time that it has been up and running, the new business school building has more than proved its worth. And although the ability of the teachers and the hard work of the students are always going to be more important than bricks and mortar and plate glass, an attractive, adaptable, modern and welcoming environment is worth its weight in gold. We all know that. And of course, this business school was a substantial investment for the university. A £17 million investment, not only in real estate, but in the future of the students from Britain and overseas who will pass through these doors, sit in these seminar rooms and lecture theatres, and even act out mini dramas in the mock courtroom, an absolutely fascinating feature of this building. In fact, should I ever be lucky enough to work on television again, especially if it were in anything to do with the law, I might come here and use these facilities to practice. The business school is also the latest in a sequence of stunningly well-designed and well-built additions to the university campus. I believe that any town-based university in the country, I cannot believe that any town-based university in the country has such an attractive campus as we do, with an inspirational mixture of the new and the old and a ribbon of water running through it. It seems to me, as I'm often only here twice a year, that whenever I come, there has been some beautiful new development here on the campus. Beautiful, and I also have to say, sensitive to the environment. A generation or two ago, we might have talked about dark satanic mills and a grubby canal. In fact, I remember those days. Now this scene here is almost idyllic. It's a wonderful transformation that is also a very good metaphor for what we do in the university. That is, transform the lives and prospects of students from a very wide diversity of backgrounds. But although this is an attractive, self-contained campus, the University of Huddersfield is not inward-looking. Far from it. We pride ourselves on the employability of our graduates. And one of the ways we achieve this is to foster close links with business and with the professions. The business school is a prime example of this, and this new building is a wonderful base for its expanding program of collaborations. And this would be the appropriate time to mention that in figures that have just been released by the Higher Education Statistics Agency. That's easy for you to say. We are immensely proud that Huddersfield has come in the top 10. And in doing so, has beaten both Oxford and Cambridge. The school as a whole has an advisory board, which has been joined by leading executives and senior figures from major organizations throughout the region. And the various departments and courses within the school have their own advisory panels and partnership schemes, which have resulted in fruitful cooperations with employers who include the West Yorkshire Fire Service. They let me drive one of their new fire engines last year. Actually, yes, they did let me drive it. The damage, I'm told, was modest. The National Health Service and the Royal Mail, not to mention some leading firms in the fields of law and accountancy. Meanwhile, undergraduate and postgraduate students at the business school are already making a contribution to the local economy. For example, marketing students have been involved in several live projects with local businesses. In addition to this regional and local dimension, we must not forget the international picture. This year, the business school welcomes students from more than 70 countries. With production and trade increasingly international in character, this makes the classroom in Huddersfield an ideal laboratory for learning about the world of business. May the University of Huddersfield's Business School continue to go from strength to strength in this magnificent new building, which I have enormous pleasure in declaring well and truly open for business.